Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and you guys, I have another dupe for you. So I am wearing it on my eyes right now, and that is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry Palette. Now, I actually just recently grabbed this palette when it was on sale for $27. In case you don't know, it looks a little something like this. It is a cool tone neutral palette. I don't tend to go for more neutral palettes, but I do tend to go for a cool tone. So I thought I could really try doing some more neutral looks with this palette. And so far, I have to say I am absolutely loving it. If you've tried Anastasia before, you already know the deal. It's really good. So the unit carton to the Sultry palette looks like this. It's an actual glitter unit carton, just like the palette, but you don't have that super gritty feeling. And then on the back, you have a picture of the palette, and then of course you have all the ingredients, and they list them by shadow, each ingredient by shadow. The life on this palette is 18 months, and these shadows are 11.62 grams each. The packaging inside, this is a like heavy, sturdy palette, of course. You have a nice mirror here. I haven't taken this off because, as you can see with my fingerprints, it gets really dirty. And then, of course, you get the brush, which is actually, don't mind that, really, actually like quality blender and kind of like smudger shadow brush, but it picks up the shimmers really well. And the Anastasia palette is cruelty-free, but it is not vegan. Then I have found the Shop Alter Ego Temptress Palette. This is just a basic cardboard kind of packaging, but I have to say the design's kind of nice on it. We have like a silky kind of, it looks like silk kind of behind it, and then we have a like raised gold lettering, and on the back it looks like this. The life on this is 12 months as opposed to the Sultry Palette 18 months, and it is cruelty free, but this does have carmine in it, so it is not vegan. It is made in the PRC, which is the People's Republic of China, but they're actually based out of LA. And then I will show you guys, this is the actual palette itself, the same as the unit carton, and then on the back we have all the ingredients, and then all the information kind of about the company, and then 12 months and cruelty free. Then when you open it, the mirror is a little bit smaller than in the Anastasia palette, but you have the name down here. I don't want to blind you guys. And this is not, it's a sturdy palette, especially for like dupes. It's not that cheap cardboard, but it doesn't have quite the weight to it that the Anastasia palette has, and it doesn't really like fold back. So I'm going to hold this up here so I don't blind you guys. The pans are a little bit bigger. It does not come with a brush, but hold on, I will get there. Okay, and then here is the Sultry palette. So as you can see, the Temptress palette is just a little bit longer. The pans are a little bit bigger. This has like a rose gold font on it, and this is gold, but there's the two side by side. And as you can see, the shades look pretty similar in the pans. They're just kind of rearranged. So I want to talk to you guys about my buying experience with this Temptress palette. Okay, so I ordered this on February 27th. It was actually shipped out the same day, and I received it on Saturday, March 2nd. So it shipped very quickly. This was $16, and for right now they're offering, for kind of a short time, they're offering free shipping on all orders. So you can order this, pay $16, and then I also got in my package these two brushes. They are synthetic brushes. They just say Alter Ego on them. They don't have like names or anything, but they're actually really soft brushes. I compared it to my crown brushes, and they're a lot softer than that. This one's a little big. I don't quite know exactly what I'd use it for. This one's like a good blending size. There we go. So of course this Morphe brush is a natural bristled brush. This is the So this is the Morphe 513, this is the Shop Alter Ego brush, and this is the Alamara Cosmetics brush. I can't hold them like completely even, but you can kind of see the similarities there. This one is newer, so it's not like all fluffed out like the other ones are. Really impressed with that, the fact that I paid $16, got two brushes, free shipping, and it was packaged really well. I kind of have the box all destroyed in a nice little bubble wrap slip. And you guys, I got a handwritten note in there. It says, "Thank you so much for purchasing Temptress. Can't wait to see the looks you create. Hashtag Shop Alter Ego. Follow us on IG for our newest releases at Shop Alter Ego, XO Team Alter Ego." And you can actually tell that it's handwritten because if it was copied, I don't think you would see the pressure points when you're, when you're writing with like a fine tipped kind of Sharpie, you can see where you kind of press a little bit harder, and it just, the color and everything, it doesn't look like it's printed is what I'm saying. This is a handwritten note in my box. So I was super impressed with this company. On the website, it's shopalterego.com. So this is the only palette they have right now, but it sounds like they're going to come out with more. I'm just going to read you their little story. It says, "Alter Ego is beauty without compromise. We offer highly pigmented and luxurious formulations that are cruelty-free so you can recreate the most coveted looks from your favorite makeup artists. Our mission is to make beauty more inclusive and accessible. Using only the highest quality ingredients and state-of-the-art production methods, we listen to what the makeup community wants to create products for every lifestyle and personality, reflecting the true alter ego in all of us." So I thought that was kind of cute. So this is the look that I came up with. I didn't like create it. This is a very basic sultry look. I've seen this around many times since the Sultry palette came out. But I'll give you guys a quick look, and I want you guys to decide which side you think is sultry and which side you think is Temptress. Do you see a difference? So real quick, I just want to say I was really impressed with Shop Alter Ego as a brand. If you don't like dupes, I understand. I understand that these companies put a lot of time and effort and research into creating color stories that is their brand, and that credit is kind of ripped away from them and when they create a dupe. But I also see the other side of it where there are people who aren't going to pay $45 for a palette, but maybe they're just getting into makeup, they don't want to put the money towards it, they can't afford it, and to be able to have an affordable option is a really great thing as well. I hope now that Shop Alter Ego has my attention, other people's attention, that they maybe do come out with a palette of their own with their own color story, because I don't want to give too much away, but with this formula and ingredient list being cruelty free, I just think that they could do great things as their own brand without just duping companies, because so far I'm impressed by these guys. So I think that's pretty much all I want to say, all the information I want to put out there. So if you're excited for this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, then click subscribe down below. Also, if you're seeing this video, I think it's going up on Saturday. 2 days ago, I uploaded my giveaway. I will have all the information for that down below. There's a giveaway video actually on my channel, and that is going through Sunday, March 10th at midnight. So you can head on over to that video and read all the details about that. I will link all of that information down below. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started and jump into swatches. Good morning. I really need to get a cuter coffee cup, but that one keeps my coffee hot. I don't know why, but I'm kind of nervous for this video. Anytime I'm working with dark browns, those shades can get muddy, like dark any colors, especially like grays and blacks and stuff. Those colors can get muddy so fast, so I'm nervous to do this. I really don't want to mess it up. But let's just go ahead and get started. I did already prime my eyes. I use the Tarte Shape Tape. I switched back over to this because I like that it dries down, and so I just get like less creasing. I still have a little bit of creasing, but it's less than with my Angel Luscious Eyes one, because you have to set that one. I already talked to you guys about the company in the intro and what they sent and everything and how sweet they were. So we do have these two brushes from them. This one I think is going to be a little bit big. I'd probably really only use this one for like setting the lid or like applying like an all over shadow. Maybe contouring. I do like a smaller eyeshadow brush like this for contouring. but I am going to use this brush that they sent. They don't have any like names on them of what they are besides the Alter Ego. I'm not going to be using the same brushes in both palettes, of course, so I grabbed duplicates of all my brushes, and this one was the most similar to the Crown one, but as you can see, it's not the same. It also reminded me of the Alamar Cosmetics brush. This has like worn off, but it doesn't have a name either. I just know it's like their blender brush. But as you can see, it's a little bit bigger because of the way it's tapered, whereas this one's like tapered all the way around, and these ones are kind of like horizontally tapered, if that makes sense. This one is a lot softer than the Crown one. So I will probably, even though the Alamar Cosmetics one's a little bit bigger, I will probably use these two instead of the Crown one. It's also like shedding, and I just don't like it as much, but it is still a good brush. I just like the Alamar one better. Okay, so which side should be which? What do you guys think? I think I'm going to do this side Anastasia and this side Alter Ego just because that's where they are already sitting. So you guys have already seen the swatches. What do you think? I did do them beforehand, so I think this is going to be really similar. But I'm going to speed up the application process a little bit and then kind of talk about how the shadows compared at like kind of the end of each step, just because if I don't, this video will be so long and I don't have the internet to upload a video that long. So today is Friday. Yesterday Cade was sick. He had like the stomach flu. He woke us up at 3:30 puking. I felt so bad, and then it was just for a couple hours he just kept throwing up. Managed to like keep propelling him, and he took a 2-hour nap, and then he seemed to be better. And then after that, within a couple hours, he was up running around being Mr. Destructo, back to normal. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. So far, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I definitely can. The Anastasia side is a bit more pigmented, which can be good, but it honestly meant that the Alter Ego side blended out a little bit easier. I did have to dip back into it, but it did make it easier to work with, whereas this side kind of stuck and it was there, and I wasn't as easy to blend it out. So just the differences so far. I think the shade is almost the same so far, so let's keep going. There could be a tad difference on this side. When I went in with the darker shade, it seemed to get a little bit more, like a tiny bit more patchy, but also because I have, they're not quite hooded, but they're a little bit hooded, so since my eyelid kind of goes back into my crease, I do have like creasing and lines in there, so it does tend to make shadows a little bit creasier. So that could be why. Really liking this brush so far, by the way. I would use this totally. Let's go ahead and cut the crease. Okay, I don't know how even they are, but we have our cut creases. I try to take mine higher. If your eyelids kind of get lost inside your crease when you open your eyes, I take mine higher above the crease so that even when my eyes are open, you can see more of like the cut crease area, so you can see more lid space, making it look like my eyes are a little bit bigger than they are. So I'm going to go in with Cyborg, and we're going to place that right on top. seeing right now is the black was a little bit more opaque on this side. When I was wanting to do like a gray eye and kind of deepen it, and when I placed the black on the inner and the outer corner, it kind of really stood out from up above the crease, where I was like defining that. So I went in with the gray and kind of covered it up and like toned it down a little bit. And then on this side, when I went in with the black, it still like wasn't as dark as this side. So I'm going to try to build this up. I don't even know if it's enough to tell on camera, but I'm going to try to deepen up the black on the inner and outer corner on this side. Okay, it's a little bit more similar. So I'm going to do the rest of my face makeup and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line. Alright, we have the rest of the face done. We're going to do the lower lash line and then maybe even put some false lashes on today. I feel like it would really go with this look. So yeah, let's do the lower lash line. We are at now. I also wanted to say that earlier when I was doing the top, when I went to apply the rest of my face makeup, for fallout, the only fallout that I had on my face was from the silver shade. There was a little bit more on this side than there was on this side, but that's just because of how soft they are. So any of these shimmer shades are a little bit softer in the Sultry palette, tend to kind of cause a little bit more fallout. But the rest of the shades did not leave any fallout. And just doing the lower lash line, I think I have like a couple specks of fallout on this side and nothing on this side. Nothing that's gonna mess up my makeup. So far, you guys, I feel bad I don't have much to say because they look so similar. Like right now, I cannot see any differences. So let's do the brow bone highlight in the inner corner and go from there. Okay, that shade, I do see a difference. What I do like about them both is they're kind of like look a little bit pinky in the pan, but when you put them on with this look, they do look more like a white base kind of reflective glow. They also are both like pressed glitter shades, so you're gonna have some glitter fallout with these. In the Sultry palette, it has more of a foiled base, so even after the glitter is kind of blended out, you still get that glow. Whereas on this side, there isn't that like foiled base, so it's really just the glitter kind of coming through. So you do have to pack a little bit more on, and then you're gonna have more glitter fallout. But I mean, I think they both blended out beautiful, and from afar, there's really not much of a difference. I can kind of tell that this one just is a little bit more reflective than this one. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. I'm gonna go do some lashes and lips, and I will be right back to talk to you guys about what I think. Alright, you guys, this is the look complete. Almost complete, hold on. But I'm going to go in just with my NYX Kohl liner. And because this is a smokier look, I am going to line my lash line as well as my waterline. I used I got these on clearance. They are the Ardell Natural 174. They're just a nice like wispy. On my lips, I used the Buxom Plump Line Lip Liner in the shade Dolly Danger. I wanted something with a little bit more pink to it to go with this eye look. If you have trouble lining your lips, get a Buxom lip liner. They're really thick, and because they're not so small, you just don't have the jagged, crooked lines. They make it so easy to line your lips. If you're struggling, try a Buxom one. And then I went over the top of that with my Maybelline 535 Nude. I'm gonna need a new one of these soon. I didn't really like smear it on. I just kind of dabbed it in the center, and then I went over that with my Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Tease, and it was almost a little bit too much, so I just took my Buxom lip liner and kind of lined the edges so that the lightness of, I don't know how to say that, so that this wasn't too light and didn't kind of wash me out. Oh, and then for my eyelashes, I used the Milk Kush Mascara, and then everything else I use on my face I will list down below. You guys, something really weird happened. This whole look went really smoothly. I didn't mess up my lashes. I got them on first try. I colored inside the lines of my lips. I don't know what's going on. I didn't mess up on any of like the dark shades like I normally do. So I think I was just so careful this time. So this is a completed look. What do you guys think? Can you tell a difference at all? I truly cannot. I guess the test would be to see how well these wear throughout the day, but upon like first application and kind of first impression, I don't see a difference. Usually in shimmer shades, when I do these dupe videos, these shimmer shades have so much more dimension to them. I always say this, and I hope it makes sense when I say it, but they catch the light in a way that's like from every angle you can see some reflectiveness or different reflectiveness. It's just, they're gorgeous from every angle. And then sometimes in the dupe palettes, it's like shimmery, it's a little reflective, but it's not the way the original palette is. And for these, I mean, so far and in the swatches, I'm sorry I didn't play with more of the shades in the palettes, but I had this look in mind and I just really wanted to give it a try. So, but from the swatches, I mean, they're so similar, it's crazy. So I think that's it, you guys. Like, I have nothing else to say because usually what I would be saying is pointing out the differences, and I just don't see a lot of them. So like I said before, I wish that now that Alter Ego has our attention, they would come out with their own palette because obviously they have a formula down. So I kind of wish that more dupe companies would do that. I understand like they'll get more sales by creating a dupe, but now that you have our attention and we know that you can make a good product, make your own color story. You know what I mean? You'll get more customers probably that way. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think of this palette. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, took something away from it. I hope you have a beautiful day and be the reason someone smiles today.